Hi, and welcome to Fit, Fabulous, and Over 50. I'm your host, Renee Miller. The goal of this show is to teach you how to become fit in the privacy and comfort of your own home. You will learn both functional and practical exercises designed to tone your muscles and get your heart rate up, get you moving. Now, listen, if you've never exercised before, you do need to consult with a physician. Otherwise, let's get started. Oh boy. Setbacks come to all of us. And what do we do about injuries that happen? Gee, to every person comes setbacks, injuries, maybe surgeries, and it can derail us from our regular workout program and our regular physical activity. We have a choice. We can just give up and do nothing, or we can find creative ways to stay active. Today, let's discover ways that we can stay active even during setbacks. Let's come on over here and look at the muscle chart. And we'll talk about muscle exercises that we can do during times of setback. Now, first I want to talk about the muscles from the lower body, and specifically the muscles of the hip joint, the knee, and the ankle joint. These are three primary areas of weakness, and particularly the knee. During times of crisis with knee problems, we can feel unable to move, and all of these muscles become increasingly atrophied and will become hard to move, tight, and create destabilization. But look above the waist. We have lots of movement available to us in the trunk, in the shoulders, in the chest, in the arms, and in the back. We can stay strong and fit as much as humanly possible during these times of setback. Today, let's look at some exercises designed in a chair to work on your chest, your shoulders, your arms, and the muscles of your back. Are you ready? Let's get going. Hi, let's introduce the equipment we'll use today. Now listen, if you don't have the equipment, don't worry about it, okay? But you can buy for just a few dollars a TheraBand or an exercise band. These are awesome exercise pieces of equipment that you can use for your upper and your lower body. We'll do some exercises with these in the stretch warm-up phase, and we'll also come back and use them a little bit later in the show. Now, another exercise piece of equipment, very similar, but has handles, and it's called an exercise tube. They come in varying degrees of thickness. This is a light to moderate one. The thicker the tube, the harder the workout. So if you go to your local sporting goods store and you see a thick one, then you have to know that it's going to be a heavier resistance. I suggest you start with a lighter one and, of course, work your way up. Now, let's put on some music and warm up. Listen, get your chair, sit firmly in your chair, abdominals lifted up, knees nice and relaxed, feet are relaxed on the floor, shoulders are down. Let's take a big reach up and down. And do it again. Lift those muscles. Think about getting those ribs off of those hips. One thing you don't need is to lose your postural support as you get less and less fit because of an injury. So let's keep strong. Reach over to your left and back, and reach up and over to your right. Good. Shoulders rolling down. Roll those shoulders back. Good. And roll them front. Try to loosen up now. Don't keep tightness in the neck. Relax the jaw. Bring those arms out in front of you. Clasp your fingers. Drop your eyes to the floor. Relax the chin into the chest. Make sure you're breathing. Arms back up. Bring your left arm up and over and lift high. Good. Over. And back. And reach. And sweep that arm and lift up and over. Good. And down. Now, you can't maybe get your hands completely behind you, but you can stretch your chest by reaching back. You want to think of those fingers coming together, the chest opening. Great. And back. Good. Now let's do a little breathing just to get your trunk warmed up. Exhale. Forceful exhale. Pull in and down. Forceful exhale. And down. Forceful exhale, really pulling in from the belly. And down. All right, now, if you have your TheraBand, you're going to take the TheraBand and put it on the instep, and you want to just stretch that hamstring. The muscles of the back of the leg, the hamstring, the gastrocnemius, they get tighter and tighter if you're not exercising them. What you're going to do here is pull that heel forward, pull the toe back, and really stretch. Think of lengthening all the way from the hip, all the way down. Good. Make sure you're breathing while you do this stretch. Excellent. Let's switch sides. Same thing. Now, this is my injured knee, so I'm going to be a little bit more careful, but I really want to press through that heel. Lift. Keep those abdominals tight. That's what's going to keep you going. Really pull it. Feel the stretch. Can you feel that? Good. Good. All right. Now, same idea with the band. We're just going to take the band behind us and just stretch out to the side, stretching, do a little rotation, warm up that trunk, and again. Good. And relax. Okay. You feel a little bit warmer and you're ready to exercise. We're going to start by doing some things for your upper body, and we're going to start with your exercise tube. So if you have an exercise tube, grab it. And if you don't worry about it. You can do these exercises right now without any resistance. Just go through the motions. Let's get that body moving. Listen, friends, the more you increase your circulation, the faster you're going to heal. So let's get going. Arms above you, showing you from the side. Abdominals are tight, shoulders are down, and you're going to just pull straight down, gently behind you, not quite to the shoulders, and back up. And then we're going to alternate to the front and back up. Now you really want to feel the back muscles as you do this. You really want to feel your back muscles, and so you want to keep the shoulders down. Really, really work on keeping the shoulders down. Take your time. You want to work on those big latissimus dorsi muscles that are going to hold your back in place. This is an excellent exercise for your posture. Also works your rhomboids straight across the middle of the back. Keep it up. Good job. That's great. All right. Let's do just a few more. And we're going to do two more. One behind. And one in front. And take a little rest and relax. Roll those shoulders. That feels good. Stretch it out. A good stretch for this is just around the back gently and look down at the floor. Good. Okay, we're going to repeat this, but for right now, let's move on. Now, I'm going to switch. I'm going to use the TheraBand. This is probably an easier prop to use for this next exercise. This one takes a little coordination. You're going to reach behind you, bring the TheraBand behind your back, holding it between the thumb and forefinger, and you want to keep the elbow up. Now this is going to work the back of the arm, and this is a great exercise, works on that teacher flab as well, and you're going to push it straight up and down. Exhale as you push, and remember that you do want to think about your breathing. Exhale and inhale. Exhale and inhale. Exhale and inhale. That's 4 and 5 and 6. Oh, that feels good. And 7. And exhale, 8 and 9 and 10. 2 more. You can do it. 11. 1 more. Now, 12, just to let you know, if you don't have a resistance band for this particular exercise, you can use soup cans. All right, let's do the other arm. Make sure you get nice and lined up. Elbow back, elbow up, and straight up. Really, really work it. 2, 3, and 4. Good. 5, all the way up. Extend. Straighten the elbow. 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. 2 more. 11. 1 more, friends. You can do it. And 12. Excellent. Woo! Good. Got you going, didn't I? All right. Arm up over the head. Drop it to the shoulder. Take the other arm and give yourself a little tricep stretch. All the way up. And relax. Do the other arm up. Get that hand behind you. Think of really stretching this muscle and pulling. Consider your breath. Make sure you're breathing. Working on your breath. Don't hold your breath when you exercise, all right? Now, let's go to an exercise that's a little bit more challenging. This is a seated dip. You want to make sure if you're doing this on a floor that is slippery, that you put the chair against a wall or a cabinet or something that's not going to cause you to fall backwards. What you're going to do now is to sit forward in your chair, your sits bones on the edge of the chair, the knees and the feet hip distance apart, abdominals are lifted up. And now we're going to do a dipping motion where we actually drop our body weight down in front of the chair and then we push it back up. This is an excellent exercise for your chest muscles as well as those troublesome triceps, okay? So, sitting on the edge of the chair. Now, friends, if you're strong enough or if you have an injury, you can do one-legged exercises. If not, try to do this only going as deep as you can do. Here we go. We're going to go down and up, just a little bit down and up. And 2, you want to make sure that you don't arch your back. So you're going to keep those abdominals lifted up and the elbows are back. And like I said, if you have an injury or you're strong enough, you can make it a little bit more challenging by lifting a leg. Oh yeah, keep going. You're doing great. Good. Very good. Keep it up. Let's do 4 more. And 3. And 2. This will be your last one. Come all the way up. Take yourself back to the seat and relax. Now, if it's been a while since you've exercised due to injury or whatever, you may actually feel like you got your heart rate up a little bit, and that's a good thing. We do want to make sure we're increasing that circulation. Okay, now, one more exercise. We're going to show you with the exercise tube. If you've got the exercise tube, you're going to place it behind you. You want to bring it up underneath your arms. You're going to grab onto the handles and pinch off whatever is remaining of the excess of the tube. This is really important, friends. If you don't start with some resistance, it's really not worth your while to do these exercises unless you just want to practice going through the motions, and that's okay too. But to really make a change in the muscle, we have to create resistance. Now, it's like I said earlier, this exercise tube does not demand gravity. So we are doing all kinds of motions that if we were using dumbbells, we would not be able to successfully do. But we can sit in a chair and actually work these muscles without gravity. So we've done about 6. Let's do 6 more. And 5. And 3. And 2. And 1. Bring it back. That shouldn't have felt too hard, but let's do a little stretch. Bring those arms behind you. Open that chest up. Think of double doors opening, and you really want to open the chest. One of the reasons it's so important to open your chest up is because that's going to help you increase your respiration. All right, now let's see what else we can do around our house to get fit, and we'll be right back. Recovering from surgery, or if you're not quite up to getting out of bed yet, exercises to do to help strengthen you so you don't completely lose your muscle tone. A simple exercise you can do sitting at the edge of your bed is called a seated leg extension. Let your feet fall off of the edge of the bed, and starting with your right leg, straighten the knee and bend the knee. And that's all you have to do. Now, as you do this exercise, you want to think about tightening that quadricep muscle or that thigh muscle. It's very important that you try to contract that muscle as you do this. Now, this is a great exercise to help you, so once you get up and going again, you can actually have a little bit of strength built up. Let's switch legs. I'll show you the exercise again. You want to go from a bent to a straightened knee and back to a bent. Squeeze the thigh as you do the exercise. Squeeze and tighten. Squeeze and tighten. Good. Just do 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. This is a great opportunity for you to start on your way to a complete recovery. Did your mother ever tell you you are what you eat? Well, the National Dietary Association has released evidence that 5 servings of fruits and vegetables a day can keep you healthy and even ward off many types of cancers. Now, how many people you can count 5 different vegetables or fruits quickly? Go ahead, think of 5 different vegetables and fruits right now. That's right. Now, how about this? Can you name 2 vegetables or fruits in every letter of the alphabet, at least all the way to N? Give it a try. Walk through the produce department, and why don't you make new friends with a new variety of vegetables or fruits? And just as a good healthy reminder, the greener the color, the darker the color, and the more richer the colors like red and orange and yellow, the deeper and richer the nutritional value. It's a great day to get started doing some push-ups. Now, before you back away saying, no, 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 I'm going to show you an easy version of push-ups that you can do right in your own bedroom. Push-ups are a great exercise. It's like going to your favorite department store and getting 50% off the lowest markdown price. In other words, they are a bargain. They use almost every muscle in your entire body, including your abdominals, which are very hard to train, and they'll build your muscles and sculpt you in a way that will make you happy. Now, what we're going to do is stand up and stand just a few feet away from your bed, facing your bed. Place your hands on your bed and step out until your body is about at a diagonal. Now you're in the starting position. Bend your elbows and slowly lower your chest to your bed. Push away. Keep your abs nice and tight and drop slowly through the shoulders
and back up. As you do this, you want to keep on breathing. Don't hold your breath. And by all means, don't let your back sway. Keep your back strong and your abdominals tight, working those opposites. Push with the arms, the chest, the back, and work the legs. Let's do 4 more. Breathe. 3, 2, and 1. Wow, I bet you had no idea you could get fit right in your own bedroom.
Okay, now we have one other exercise we can do. We're going to work our biceps first, and then we've gotten the idea, and we're going to go back and we're going to repeat the whole sequence. So you're not off the hook yet. Are you ready? Take your exercise tube or your TheraBand and put it under your foot. You do want to make sure that you step on this, okay? Because if you pull too hard, you're going to end up having it snap up at your face, and you sure don't want that to happen. So start with some resistance. Sit up nice and tall. Keep the elbow bent, and you're going to curl all the way to the shoulder and back down, okay? Keep it nice and strong. Remember your posture and your breathing. Remember, this isn't about just your muscles. This is about your whole system. Exercise is systemic. Good. Keep it going. That's 9 and 10 and 11 and 12. And we're going to switch sides. Under the other foot. Be careful if you've got an injury. Sit up nice and tall, keep the elbow bent, and you're going to lift. Good. Remember again, this is about your whole system. You know, when I move my arm and I work my arm out, I'm getting circulation increased to my entire body, okay? So it's a good thing for your whole body. And 8. Good, let's do 9 and 10. And 11. You've got one more of these. And 12. All right, that's great. Now listen, we're taking it from the top. Exercise tube over the head. And we're going to start with the pull down. Pull up those bellies. Elbows out. Inhale at the top. Exhale. Pull just to the shoulders and to the clavicle. Don't go any farther than that. All right, now listen. If you've got long hair, if you've got a ponytail, you don't have to do it behind your head, okay? There's no sense of getting your hair caught in it. Well, let's do 4 more. 4. And 2 more. 2. And 1 more. Good. All right. TheraBand time. Let's work on those triceps. We'll start over the shoulder and behind the back. Good. Elbow to the front. Straighten those elbows. That's what this is all about. That tricep muscle is a pushing muscle. It works to straighten your elbow. Helps you push grocery carts. Good. Keep it going. And 6. And 7. And 8. Good. 4 more. 4. And 3. You're going to get ready to switch sides. Are you breathing? 2. And 1. Other side. Good. All the way back. Elbow straight. And bent. Good. 2. And 3. Watch you don't dig those fingernails into yourself. 4. Are you working those abs while you're doing this? And 6. And 7. You've got 4 more now. And 2 more after this one. and 11. One more, and 12. Good job. Next one is the tricep dips. Get the rhythm. Let's get going. Push those hips forward. Abs lifted up. Drop down and up. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. Good. 6. Ha. Exhale as you do the main exertion. And 9 and 10. And I counted 2 at once because I missed one. And let's do one more for good measure. All the way up to the chair. Good. Roll those shoulders. Woo! Let's take a little stretch here. How are you feeling? Stretch it back. Good. One last exercise. Let's do those biceps just one more time. Again, make sure it's under the foot. Sit up tall. Excellent. Yes, that's it. 2. Tighten those arms. 3. And feel that resistance. Good. Now we've got something going. Now we're having a good time. 8 and 9 and 10. One more after this. We're going to switch sides and starting right away. How are you doing? You doing okay? Good. 2. Ha. 3. 4. 5 and 6. 6 more, you're almost there. And you can do it. You are strong. You're not weak. You can overcome. When you have a setback, you can press on. You can do it. Oh, yeah. Good job. How are you doing? Give a little stretch. Push those palms to the floor. Feel that stretch in the biceps. Now listen. When your legs give out, when your knees aren't working, the muscles get weaker and weaker. We don't want to let that happen for too long, okay? But there's a couple of things you can do just sitting in the chair. One thing is the hamstring stretch that I showed you earlier. It's a must. You've got to keep that hamstring long. Abdominals. Now, if you don't have a TheraBand, a hint, you can just use a towel, okay? So you can take a kitchen towel or a long towel and just work that leg. Really pull it. Can you get it a little higher? Feel that heel going forward. Toe is back. Sit up straight. Try to do your best to straighten your knee. Okay? Other side. Same idea. Abdominals are tight. Heel goes forward. And if you will relax into the stretch, you'll find you can stretch farther. So instead of being tight and scared of the stretching, relax and let yourself stretch. All right, now one last thing, and we're gonna have to call it a day. Nice and tall, pull up the kneecap and do small leg lifts. Yes. Now while you're doing this, lift from the abdominals. This is going to help you get more strength in your quadriceps, help those knees recover. And while we're doing this, you're going to do 12 on each side. I want to say thank you for joining me today on Fit, Fabulous, and Over 50. We'll see you next time.